Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all of my high performance students inside the group. So last week, we have one of our high performers who shared a problem that she was having at home. So สัปดาห์ที่แล้วกะอันนี้ shared a problem that she had at home, and and I thought that this is a really good opportunity for me to show you guys like how do we use what we learn at home. Okay, so let me begin the video by honoring you guys and giving you guys my respect for always trying to improve your life, always wanted to be better in your life, be better for other people, but most importantly be better for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I appreciate it so much that I went to go buy a TV. Not replace a TV so that I can make this video for you guys. So I know that I can just pin like a song, but I thought that I think I'm gonna take a minute and create a video out of all of this. Okay, so today's topic is going to be about how to use MBTI and emotion tools to overcome stress. Okay, so พอเราเรียนแล้วเกี่ยวกับ emotion ใช่ไหม and we also เรียนเกี่ยวกับ MBTI. So today I'm going to show you guys how do we actually use MBTI กับ emotion เวลาพวกเราเป็นเครียด or when something bad really happens to us. Okay, alright, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, let's begin. So I'm a great believer, as you guys know, that I'm a great believer of everything that happens in our life is because we generate it. Everything that happens in our life, we sang. We become happy because we sang happiness. We become motivated, มีกำลังใจ because we sang กำลังใจใช่ไหม And I also believe that if you are stressed, if พวกเราเป็นเครียด I believe that we sang ความเครียด okay, because remember the power plant doesn't have energy, it generates energy. โรงไฟฟ้าไม่มีไฟฟ้าแต่ว่าโรงไฟฟ้าสร้างไฟฟ้า alright, so let's understand like how do we generate stress. Okay, so how do we generate stress? So stress happens because of two things. Okay, stress นี้เกิดเพราะว่าสองของ so วันนี้ I don't haveอาจารย์นากีมา I don't have teacher Afaf to help me. So if you guys have any problem or if I play แบบไม่ถูกบอกด้วยนะ or ก็ใจเอง I'm not sure. Okay, so stress because of two things. Stress happens, we พวกเราสร้าง stress นี้มาจากไหนมาจากสองthings สองของ I think. Okay, so we generate stress from two things. Number one, ชีวิตพวกเรา becomes out of control. I hope you guys can see that. Our life becomes out of control. So when our life becomes out of control, what happens? Stress happens. Okay? แล้วก็เวลา out of control บวก overwhelm รู้สึก overwhelm นี่แบบวุ่นวายแบบ everything มากี่กาลิกู everything just like boom. So when everything comes kaligu and then you feel like out of control, guess what? That is how you generate stress. Okay, so that is how you generate stress. So the question is now is that what we learn from the emotional part, what we learn from the emotional part is that when we feel overwhelmed, what do we have to do? So I think you guys got to go home and open up your file and take a look at if overwhelmed, what is our emotion trying to tell us? What is the ความรู้สึก trying to tell us? So ปกตินะ whenever you feel overwhelmed or whenever you feel out of control, the ความรู้สึก is trying to tell you that you need to Sorry. Did I press? I don't even know why I pressed. Sorry. Let me go back. Okay. Out of control and overwhelmed. Alright? So whenever you feel out of control or overwhelmed, it means that your emotion is trying to tell you, hey man, you need to prioritize. You need to prioritize. Okay? So you need to prioritize things, and you can see that's Muhammad Siddiq. What? Okay, you can go have your tapong. Asti Chafaf, I'm recording a video. Guys, I don't want to edit this video because I'm recording it from my phone and it's hard to edit. Okay? So, when I put up at rusak, out of control, and when you rusak, overwhelmed, what is your emotion telling you? Because remember, emotion works to tell you to take action. Emotion gives you signal for you to take action, right? So when you feel overwhelmed, what action do you have to take? You need to prioritize. That's the action. You need to prioritize what you want to accomplish. Prioritize what you want to accomplish. Then take action. Alright? So every single time ทุกๆครั้งพวกเราเป็นเครียด or you มีความเครียดใช่ไหม What does it mean? It means your life is out of control and it means that you are overwhelmed. So what is your emotion trying to tell you? It's trying to tell you that hey got me, hey got that, hey Dr. Ray, you need to prioritize things. Okay? So figure out what do you want, figure out คิดคุณจะต้องการอะไรและก็ take action, right? But however, we have to understand that ทุกๆคนไม่เหมือนกันใช่ไหม and everybody take this word, everybody take action differently. So not everybody take action the same. How I take action is different. How you take action is different. How teacher takes action different. How Achanakima takes action is different, right? But however, one thing that we know is that inside MBTI, it teaches us our brain function and how our personality takes action. So inside MBTI, we learn about introvert กับ extrovert ใช่ไหม introvert กับ extrovert นี้มาจากไหน it comes from where we get energy ใช่ไหม so how do you sound energy so you can be introvert or you can be extrovert and then we also learn about perceiving and judging and judging นี้เป็น is our lifestyle how we like to live our lifestyle so perceiving people they are a bit relaxed with their life and judging people they love structure ใช่ไหม okay so แต่ว่าตอนนี้ I want to share with you guys a little bit more about MBTI อันนี้ is inside level 2 so everything that พวกเราเรียนแล้วใช่ไหม everything that you learn is like you already bought a car พวกเราเสริมรถแล้วก็ you have 3 law but แต่ว่า level 2 teaches about law number 4 okay the fourth wheel so now you guys can drive your car but sometimes when you fall into a hole for example like you're like you become so stressful you don't know what to do so how do we use MBTI and emotion to overcome all this stress right so inside MBTI level 2 we learn about sensing and intuition and then feeling and thinking we learn more about this and we learn more about the functions of this okay so sensing and intuition นี่แปลว่าอะไร sensing and intuition is how we get information okay and then this is how our brain รับความข้อมูล okay แล้วก็ feeling and thinking is how we make what make decision how do you spell decision T-E-C-I-S-I-O-N yeah there we go okay decision how you ตัดสินใจ how you make decision alright so we're gonna take a look at our brain control so inside level 2 we learn about this we learn that our brain is like a car okay our brain is like a car so there are going to be 4 people inside our car so number 1 we will have over here oh there is Muhammad Siddiq over there guys okay so you will have the driver okay this is your kun driver kun kap it means this is your number 1 this is the best thing so if and okay let me remind sometimes I talk too fast all right so why do we learn MBTI Okay, why do we learn MBTI เอาใหม่นะ one more time. Why do we learn MBTI? We learn MBTI to find who controls our brain. We learn MBTI to find who controls to take in information, who controls to make the decision, right? So inside a car, so we can take like our brain ni mengangkat a car. Our brain ni is like a road, it's like a car. Brain kita ni poketo, alright? So inside the car, you have four. You have the driver, ani but some kantisut. This is the most important one, right? Like you've got over here. Okay, this is what we call the co-driver. Okay, all right. So the co-driver, his job is to make sure that driver bang driver relax, driver look at the road. All right. So the co-driver is the ones that's taking care of the driver. All right. Like you have konti sam. All right, konti sam. This is konti sam. So this is what I like to call your let me change that color to blue. Best passenger. Okay, best passenger. So best passenger ni is, you know, like you have like a friend. When you're driving, you have a friend behind your car, right? So this friend is always giving you tapo betching or giving you ase or buai or ai or whatever from the back, you know, it gives you like go to Peter. All right, and then dun, da, 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 you've got this one. Oh, can't really see that one. Okay, that one. All right, you have this guy. So this guy is what I like to call the worst passenger. Okay, Konini is like they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. They're just looking out the window. That's what they're doing. They're just looking out. They don't know how to drive. They don't contribute a lot to you. Okay, they don't contribute to this. They don't contribute to that. Like they'll be seeing all the time like at the back. Okay, so this is what I like to call the worst passenger. So tuk kon, alright, everybody, you will have these four people who's driving your car, right? So I would like to take this opportunity to talk about ENFJ, because ENFJ consists of course, as you guys know, Katni, okay, and we have Pikem, okay, and we have Teacher Afaf. Alright, so these three people are ENFJ, okay, extrovert, intuition, feeler, and judging. So kon ENFJ ni kunแบบไหน So as we all know, ENFJ ni kun they are very empathetic people. Empathetic people ni means ความเห็นใจผู้อื่น okay, empathetic แปลว่าความให้ใจผู้อื่นคนแบบให้ความให้ใจผู้อื่น okay, แล้วก็ they are very decisive people. It means they are very good at ตัดสินใจ they're very good at making decision. This is the whole personality of ENFJ. ENFJ ni if you learn เกี่ยวกับ MBTI inside the MBTI community ใช่ไหมเวลา you บอก oh I am an ENFJ, or they know, oh my god, you're very kind, you're very motivated, you like to help other people, and you make very good decision. Yes, this is true. Okay, so ENFJ ni pokoknya they're very empathetic and they're very decisive. So the question is now, when ENFJ are stressed, okay, or เวลาปัญหาเกิดใช่ไหม what happens เวลาปัญหาเกิด so usually everyone will go through 4 phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. They will go through all these 4 phases. All right, so inside the MBTI community, or when you study about MBTI, we learn about who's the driver, who's the co-driver, who's the passive passenger, and who's the worst passenger. So for ENFJ, this is the driver. Okay, this is the driver. This is phase 1. So when so when a problem happens, okay, there are 4 phases that we go through. So the first phase, this is what I like to call the excellent phase. This is the best phase to overcome your problem. All right. So this phase, what do they use? They use extrovert feeling. Extrovert feeling ni keอะไร Extrovert feeling ni ปกตินะ extrovert feeling ni they focus on the needs of others. That's what they use. The need of others. Alright? So inside the extrovert feeling, they will focus the need of others. So when a penha happens, or when they get stressed, when they sense a problem, the first thing that they do is they first start solving them by thinking what's the best solution for who? For everyone. That's the first thing that they do. So when a problem comes to ENFJ, or when a problem comes to Katni, the first thing Katni does, the excellent Katni, or the excellent PCAM, or the excellent Tichafa, what they do is that they will start solving the problem or finding what's the best solution for Tukun. Not just me, but for my husband, for my children, for my mother, or for whoever that's living in your house. That's the number one thing. That's the number one solution that they find. So what happens when they cannot find that solution? What happens when they cannot find the solution for everyone? Phase one is gone. So when the driver cannot drive the car, who drives the car? The co-driver. Who is the co-driver? Introvert intuition. This is the co-driver. Okay, this is what you guys will learn in level 2. So introvert intuition, these people, they focus on vision. Okay, introvert intuition, they focus on vision. So phase 2 is a good phase. I call it the good phase. It's not excellent, but it's not too bad, but it's good. Okay, so when they cannot find solution for everyone, what do? They become introvert. They become, okay, I'm going to pack on. I'm going to stay alone con. Okay, so when they cannot find it, they will focus on extrovert intuition. All right, the NE. Oh, sorry, NI. Sorry, NI. Okay, all right. So they will examine all options that they have. All right, they will look at, okay, what do I have? Okay, and then think what would be the best for future outcome. Now they will start thinking about, okay, what would be the best for my future? What would be the best for like his future? What would be the best for their future? All right, so because you start using your future sense, you start using your intuition. So you start using it, and then what happens when your intuition or when your vision doesn't work and there's no vision, there's no future for them? Phase 2 gone. Now, phase 3 comes. Who's phase 3? Phase 3 is your best passenger. Okay? So, best passenger, I call it the Tamada. Alright? So, this is how Tamada ENFJ solve the problem. How? They use extroverted sensing. This is your best passenger. Extroverted sensing. Extroverted sensing ni, play walai. Extroverted sensing ni means they look at outside of the world. They look at the world. What's the world doing? How the world is react. So they use what I like to call the trial and error method. It means try, like if my work and then you try something else. My work, you try something else. You will keep on trying and trying and trying and hope. That's the key word we're looking here. And hope that one solution will work. So we keep on trying and trying. So as you keep on trying and trying and trying, you try one, it doesn't work. You try one, it doesn't work. What happens when you try 10 times and it doesn't work? What happens when you try 20 times, it doesn't work? That's the dangerous part. This is when phase 4 come in. So phase 4, this is what I like to call the chip high phase. Okay? So phase 4 will not use the driver. No. It will not use the co-driver. It will not use the best passenger. What will it use? They will use the worst passenger. They will use the worst person in the car to drive the car. O yung paling lumleo kali in the car to drive the car. O yung paling gapos kali in the car to drive the car. So what happens when you get a person who drive a car to drive the car? So this person, his name is introverted thinking. Okay? So this is the danger, guys. As you guys can see, I bubuto Kogo over there. Alright? So as you guys can see, so what happens? They become, once you start using introverted thinking, you use the worst driver, what will happen to ENFJ? what will happen to the person who is ความหายใจผู้อื่นแล้วก็ what will happen to the person who แบบ very good at ตัดสินใจ what will happen they will become overthinkers and they will become cold they will become คนแบบคิดมาก they will become over they will คิด about everything and they will คิดมากแล้วก็ they will become cold นี่คืออะไรแปลว่าอะไร cold นี่แปลว่าใจเย็นนะไม่ใช่เย็นใจthis is cold you will become คิดมากแล้วก็ you will become เย็นใจ you see so if กะนี้ or พี่แก้ม or teacher Alpha if you're watching this if you ever feel like I always คิดมาก or if you ever feel like you แบบ you เย็นใจกับคนนี้ you เย็นใจกับคนนี้ be careful because you are already at phase number 4 you're not at phase number 1 you're already at phase number 4 okay so when you're at phase number 4 what happens you start making harsh judgment you will not be compassionate anymore you แบบไม่ใช่ความเห็นใจผู้อื่นแล้ว you become the opposite of that okay แล้วก็ you will become pessimistic นี่แปลว่า like คิดบวก or เป็น negative นะ alright so you become negative to not just yourself but คนอื่นด้วย you become very hard on yourself you will think that I'm not special I'mแบบธรรมดาI'm nothing and then that's not the bad part is you start thinking bad about other people you start thinking bad about your husband you start thinking bad about your children you start thinking bad about your mother-in-law you start thinking bad about your boss or your friend so when this happens know that is the chip high phase and know that is the introverted thinking who's driving the car know that that is the worst driver of the car so the question is how do we solve it right that's the reason why I made all this video I made this video because I wanted to show you guys this is the problem this is how the problem generates this is how ENFJ or คนี้ this is how you สร้างความ stress this is how you สร้างความเครียดand then how you deal with ความเครียด is when you're in phase number 4 when you're at your best okay when you're at your best you use phase 1 but when you're at your worst when you เครียด you use phase 4 so what happens help me alright so how do we solve what I like to call the TI grip how do we solve the worst passenger syndrome or how do we solve this problem okay so the objective is the PALMI is to get you back with your FE with your extrovert feeling we need to wake up your driver we need to tell your driver hey driver wake up you need to start driving the car because the worst passenger is driving the car and the car is going like that so we need to wake up the extrovert feeling alright so what do you need to do they need to reconnect with their loved ones and know the role that they play so you need to reconnect back with the people that matters to you you need to reconnect back with your husband you need to reconnect back with your children you need to reconnect back with your boss you need to reconnect back with your students you need to whoever that you care about you need to reconnect back แล้วก็ you need to have ความชัดเจน what is your role that you play what's the role that you play what's the รับผิดชอบ that you are supposed to be รับผิดชอบ who are you as a wife who are you as a husband who are you as a รองคณบดี or who are you as a teacher you need to make sure that you know who your role is okay so how do you do this how do you reconnect and have ความชัดเจน inside your role you need to do 2 things number 1 set plans for the future and กะนี้ and กะดา Kafa พี่แกม Afaf Lubna Kak Ci, Kak T, Fatin, if you guys are watching this, this is the best time to get back to set plans for the future because guys, 2021 is just around the corner. If you don't have plans for the future, guess what? That's how you're gonna start having stress over next year. Alright? So for this particular case, it's going to be for Katni, the ENFJ, and PCAM, and Teacher Afaf. So what do you need to do in order for you to reconnect back with your loved ones and know your role? You need to set plans for the future. This is the best time to set plans for the future. Okay? So set plans for the future and then re-establish your purpose. Make a plan for the future and then make a purpose for yourself. Why are you living? Why are you married? Why are you working? Why are you a mother? Why are you a teacher? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? You need to make the purpose very clear. Okay? So when you set plans for the future, number one, and then when you re-establish your purpose, what happens? You will reconnect with your loved ones, and then your role will become very clear on what is it that you need to do and what is it that you need to produce. Alright? So number 3, reconnect with others by making and pursuing meaningful goals. Alright? So Kak Nim, Bikam, and Tisha Afaf, if you're watching this, if you are ever in phase 4, or what I like to call the chip high phase, you need to get back to your extroverted feeling. You need to get back to the ENFJ. How do you do that? You need to reconnect with the people that you love, and then you need to know the role that you have and then the responsibility that you need to take. How do you do this? Number 1, plan for the future. Number 2, establish your purpose. Like on number 3, make sure you have meaningful goals. And make sure you have the people that you love are supporting you towards that meaningful goals. That's all. So what happens if you do these 3 things? What will happen when you have plans for the future? What happens when you re-establish your purpose? And what happens when you reconnect with others by making and pursuing meaningful goals? You will become a healthy ENFJ. So what happens when you are a healthy ENFJ? Healthy ENFJ ni kunแบบไหน Healthy ENFJ ni, how do they look like? As their mindset improves, they will start spending more time with other people because at the end of the day, ENFJ are extroverted people. They will start going to see more people. They will start spending more time with other people, which give them more energy to pursue their goals. Like on number 2, they will rekindle old relationship. Rekindle ni แปลว่าอะไร Rekindle ni แปลว่า I've got two over here. Time high something look my. So for example, like they will time high relationship look my, or they will เริ่ม relationship my. Okay, rekindle. That's what it means. Alright? Like they will regain a sense of responsibility. Okay? So it means because kun ENFJ they have very high rapid chop. They have very high rapid chop. So but when they are in phase 4, their rapid chop will fall down. It will fall down. Okay? So you need to get back to phase 1. So when you go back to phase 1, the responsibility starts coming in. Alright? So like number 2, that is number 1. Their mindset improve. They will spend more time with other people. They will rekindle a relationship, and then they will regain a sense of responsibility. Like number 2, the decisive and encouraging personality comes back. The ENFJ comes back. The guy that gives encouragement comes back. The guy that gives ความหายใจผู้อื่นมากล่ะ the guy the girl that ตัดสินใจแบบดีที่สุดมากล่ะ they come back. The FE comes back. The extroverted feeling comes back. The driver comes back. So when the driver comes back, this happens. Like on number 3, they will return to make great plans because ENFJ, they are really good at making plans. And they will return to make great plans for the future. that make sure everyone around them are number one happy และก็ number two thriving thriving นี่แปลว่าอะไร thriving นี่แปลว่าประสบความสำเร็จ that's what it means okay so guys everyone Kak Da and Kak Fa are if I'm not mistaken ESFP and M your ENTP okay so inside level 2 guys we learn everything about this we learn how we generate stress and then I go in detail about how do you solve for ESFP when you are stressed how do you solve them for ENTP when you're stressed how do you solve them what happens so when you are clear when you are clear about hold on when you are clear about who's the driver okay when you're clear about who's the driver when you're clear about who's the co-driver when you're clear about who's your best passenger and when you're clear about who's the worst passenger you will become conscious of the problem that guys at the end of the day this is the whole purpose อันนี้เป็น this is the วัตถุประสงค์ the objective of learning พัฒนาศักยภาพ or learning about พัฒนาตัวเอง so that you become conscious you รู้จัก how you work you รู้จัก how your mind works you รู้จัก which phase you're in are you inside how do I sorry how do I okay you learn about which phase you're in are you in the excellent phase of solving the problem or are you in the good phase of solving the problem are you in the tamada phase of solving the problem or are you in the chip high phase of solving the problem because once you are aware of which phase you're in you're able to bring yourself up and I have told you I have helped for Kak Ni, Pikem and Teacher Fa I've given you guys the tool and the technique if you ever feel overwhelmed or if you ever feel stressed you need to ทำ1 2 3นี้ and if you do this inshallah you will bring back the driver you will bring back the best function of your brain okay so guys in level 2 this is what we learn okay which is MBTI level 2 there is so much more to learn all right and then we'll also go into goals and vision we'll go into productivity we're going into influence itipon we're going to finances and then most importantly we're going into purpose guys the things that you guys have learned in level 1 is great it's good so it means that in level 1 we learn everything with the road you've got 3 laws ใช่ไหม but that what you're missing 1 law level 2 is that final law once you have that inshallah your car should be able to move smoothly all right so seriously level 2 all right so if you guys want for level 2 there are two ways that you can do we're having the seminar for 2 days we're going to do 3,000 baht this time all right and then this one we're doing on the 2nd and 3rd of January okay which is next week so if you guys are free you should come or if you feel like hey Dr. Ray you know what I really need to learn more about MBTI or Dr. Ray you know what I've got these goals that I want and I really want you guys to help me out with this I really want to have like a really clear goal we'll do one-on-one I'm not going to do online you guys got to come to my house you come to my house you see me face to face it's a lot easier I can communicate with you all right so this one we'll do 5 weeks so we will meet once a week only one time a week you guys come we'll spend about 2 to 3 hours go through all of this goal vision MBTI productivity influence finance and support and I like the most about one-on-one is because you guys can ask me personal questions and you can share something with me that you feel like you're not comfortable sharing with other people okay so for this one I'll do 5,400 baht okay all right guys so Kak Ni I pray inshallah that Allah make it easy for you but I think for you if you want to fix your relationship do these 3 things number 1 set plans for your future where do you see yourself with your husband 10 15 years from now what do you see yourself doing with your husband and then re-establish your purpose Kak Ni, why did you get married in the first place what was the purpose of getting married what was the purpose of having children what was the purpose of creating a business okay แล้วก็ at the end of the day reconnect back your goals with your finances with your health with your emotion reconnect back with all these goals and reconnect back with all the people that you care about because at the end of the day you need that connection with people you need Pigam you need that connection with people Gani you need that connection with people when you do not have this connection you will not be at your best okay so with that guys thanks for watching and I hope you guys have a great weekend and I hope you enjoyed this video if you do please do say thank you in the comments in the line all right so guys I think that's it so thanks for watching hopefully I hope to see you guys in level 2 finish what you learn finish what you start okay so with that thank you so much and I will see you guys inshallah in level 2 or in some of my other videos so thanks have a great weekend assalamualaikum guys bye